and should be able to possess
So
those same weapons.
so let me ask you this then. Since you brought that up about the accessibility of weapons, and we know that this country obviously has some, in most cases, some very open laws as it relates to weapons. Uh, some say even weapons of mass destruction, apparently, because these got these mass shootings. How do you think? This is a question for you. How do you think that this country as a whole, the United States of America, not necessarily just the state of Texas, Louisiana, or any other place, how did this country should deal with the mass shootings that's been occurring that we've been really paying attention to over the last few years? How should we appropriately deal with that?
I think I'm not going to tell you what I think. That me personally, I'll tell you what would be a good plan of action. So what would be a good plan of action is, I mean, I could get pretty
No, give it to us
dictatorship in my
right.
mind,
Give it to us right.
medieval. You know what I'm saying?
Give it to
I
us
don't like
right.
criminals at all. You know,
Okay.
I take a hard stand against criminals.
Uh
You
huh.
know, so I mean, I could, but we're not gonna go there. We're gonna say as a country, as a
Uh huh.
United States of America, what would it take um,
Because it,
to
because it,
clear up all of this gun violence? And
because it.
this is what I would think they should implement. This is
Okay.
what I think. This is my prescription to the matter.
All right.
Okay, I think that have an exuberant amount of gun laws should stop. So I was going in. I said any big city in the nation. But if we want to put a label on it, let's just go to Chicago. And we say Chicago because Chicago is in the news. If you don't want to say Chicago, we can go. You pick a city. We'll do that. You pick a city. We'll talk about it. What would clear that city up? That city's gun violence up? What would
We going straight BD, GD, four corner hustlers, all that. We going straight to the shop, man. We
okay, we're
got we
going. All
gotta
right.
know. We
So
gotta know.
Chicago and Chicago.
Yeah.
I think that first of all, Chicago's dealing with an employment in the police department problem. They need to, get more officers.
Hmm.
Um, Chicago also needs to relax their gun laws because they have some of the most stringent gun laws in the nation, and they have gun violence at an epidemic proportion.
They should relax it.
They should relax it, and this is why. When everybody's in the room armed, people tend to be more careful in the way that they conduct themselves. So if you allow for law abiding citizens to be able to go into a store and purchase a gun as if they do in Texas, you know, then people would think twice before running up and carjacking and robbing and things like that because they don't know what the next man got in his hand.
But let me just say this. Let me just say this. But it's common knowledge in Chicago that weapons are pretty accessible. It's safe to say. I
That's
just
why I
saw.
said that my first thing was they need more police officers.
Let,
They
let,
need
let, let me say this. I could probably find a video and play it. All right. But there's a video that's going around of an off-duty Chicago police officer. Just happened to be a woman. And this guy, for whatever reason, attempts to physically attack her. And he's winning at first. But ultimately, she gains the upper hand, and then she pulls out a weapon. I guess an off-duty weapon or whatnot. And obviously she shoots him once, and she's talking to him the whole time. Then she shoots him two more times, and ultimately later on he dies. So is that what you mean when you say everybody? I'm just kind of
yeah,
trying.
man. Never got one less rapist.
To
And a good guy lives to go on with her life.
He apologized to her before she shot him the third time. He apologized. He said, "You got me. You got me."
So I mean, me personally, if you try to rape somebody, I think
No, he
you
didn't. He didn't try to rape her. He was trying to rob her.
rob her.
Yeah,
I mean,
and he didn't have
by
a
the
weapon.
by the law, look, by the law, I think we have a Texas case going on like that here in Houston. A guy ran into a store
I
and
remember that.
robbed it. Yeah,
Oh,
robbed like a taqueria, and some guy
man,
shot him a
that
whole
broke my
bunch of
heart.
times.
That broke my heart,
Yeah,
man. That broke my heart, man.
I mean, It's against the law. What they did was against the law. We're gonna be real. However, I mean, if you robbing somebody, you
Yeah,
gotta expect what come with it. You know what I'm saying?
potentially.
For real, like you running up on somebody with a gun, demanding what they worked hard for. Now they let them defend it however they want to defend it. Now he went a little too far, and sometimes you go a little too far, but you play stupid games, you win stupid
But
prizes.
but
For
but
real,
but but come on, man. I don't know. I don't know if everybody got a weapon that's all of a sudden gonna reduce crime. I just think it's more to it than just that. I'm not
I
sure
think
that.
I think you need more police in
Uh,
order to get the weapons off the streets. First of all, there need to be a sweep. The
okay.
ATF, they're always going off the pistol braces and stuff that law-abiding citizens are playing with at the range. They need to go and attack these areas that produce this gun violence. They need to sweep it,
Right.
get all the weapons out of them.
Mhm.
But that in turn is it's going to
Now,
boost up the incarceration rate and all that. We gotta,
but
it's like a double headed